So to be honest, I started studying like last summer, and I haven't. So like my finals just ended, and I just like started picking it up again. So I don't really remember too well like what types of problems I've been having more trouble with. But I'm just trying to like get back into like the studying mood.
I hear you. And when are you taking the exam?
I signed up for the July exam.
Okay, so you've got a couple months remaining between now and then. And what are your other obligations over this period?
Nothing really. I'm just focusing on studying.
Nice. So the first step is going to be figuring out all of your weak areas. And normally I don't like recommending folks take whole diagnostics, but since you've studied a bit already, you might have some differences in areas of strength and weakness, and you may already have a decently strong foundation. So I would suggest you get an overview of all your weak areas, because the comparative reading comp is a very small part of the exam, and there could be bigger areas of struggle that you're not even aware of that are worth focusing on.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I also had another question. So like, you know how now that the LSAT is digital, like do you recommend any like particular websites or like just like ways to practice taking the test online?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah. LSAC has put out a program called Law Hub, also known as Official LSAT Prep Plus, where they've put the majority of exams in the new digital LSAT format, which is the same format as the online LSAT Flex. So that's the best way to simulate what the exam taking experience will be like. So aside from the content of the exam, you also do want to have a sense of the format that you'll be taking it in, because for July, it could be digital on tablet or it could be online. But either way, the content will be the same and the format will be roughly similar. Just one will be on a tablet, one will be on your computer.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Do you have any ideas or questions around what your study plan will be like over the next 2 months?
Um, so I was just planning on doing like a section for like of a practice exam per day, but I'm not sure if that's like a good way to approach it. Do
Well,
you
a
have?
section a day is certainly helpful, and that's one part of your prep. The first step would be at least taking a moment to figure out your weak areas so that you're focusing on sections of whatever gives you the most trouble. If you're stronger on games, maybe you want to spend less time there and more time on logical reasoning and reading comprehension. You may also want to do some full-length timed exams. And for LSAT Flex, that would be 3 sections. For in-person, that would be 5 sections. And so learning about the different formats and then simulating test day appropriately for each one. And then, of course, plenty of time for detailed review of what gave you trouble as well.
Okay. Um, and like, do you have any recommendations for how to approach like reviewing questions?
Yeah, I've got plenty on that. I'm not going to recap all of it now, but I would suggest you go on the YouTube channel where I have taught hour-long classes on nothing but the review process. And it really involves, the simple version I'll give you right now is devote a lot of time to this and articulate your thought process specifically for yourself rather than simply looking at explanations, and figure out where your misunderstanding is stemming from. In logical reasoning, is it the stimulus, the question stem, or the choices? And talk this out or write it out. Don't gloss over it or try to do it all in your head. If you really want to go in depth and get a sense of what's giving you trouble, you've got to put something out to really flesh out your thought process.
Okay. Great. Thanks. This has been really helpful.
Of course, Sabrina. Before we sign off, what would you say is the biggest insight you got from our call today?
Like just to like take a moment to review like what are my weaknesses, and like maybe just do a diagnostic exam to see like what I need to like start working on, to just get like a better sense of like what my strengths and weaknesses are.
Fantastic. Well, keep in touch and let me know if you need anything at all as you move forward.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.